Hello, world, and welcome to Tim-Foolery. You're joining us now with RollerCoaster Tycoon, one of my favorite games from my childhood. Now, as you can see here, I already played the first level. I beat that, like, forever ago. I had a lot of fun with it. So much so that we're gonna start again. I don't care how many times I beat this, it's a fun level. It's just a fun game. Okay. Deep in the forest, build a thriving theme park in a large, cleared area. You have to have at least 250 guests in your park at the end of October year 1 with a park rating of at least 600. Can do! Okay, so first off, what I usually like to do is go right up here, see how much I owe the park. It looks like about $10,000. That's exactly what I have now, so no point on paying that back right away. Give you a minute as I get familiar with the controls. There we go. Okay. So I think what we want to do is set that not to free. Let's bump it up to about 25 just to start. Next thing I like to do is go straight for the food and snacks and stuff. Because when you walk into a park, that's the first thing you want. Or at least that's the first thing I want. It's a long trip. You never know if when you leave your home till you get to the park if you're going to be hungry at all, so. No, I don't want it to be free. I want to have a profit of at least $1. We'll make that same throughout the park, and open. I should also open my park. I am very smart. Now, to start, this isn't going to have a lot to go on. However, we're going to slowly build our way up. So again, whoa. Okay. So if we go here, profit throughout the park, $1. We'll check that, and we're good. Same with drinks. Rotate around. Now, because of my OCD, I like to keep things a little more balanced, so to speak. So, we'll just put things like right across from each other. Put that there. We'll go to the bathroom. We'll charge the bathroom at $100. $100. No. We're gonna keep that free. I would be an awful person if we didn't keep that at free. Okay. So next thing we should do is probably some thrill rides? Is that what they're called? Yeah, thrill rides. Okay. For this one, I'm going to put probably. The issue I have with this ride is it doesn't get a lot of attraction. Sometimes. So I think what we'll do is we'll put it here. Exit will be here. Oh, I'm sorry. Entrance will be here. Exit will be here. The amount should be free. Like, food and entrance cost a pretty penny. Not a whole lot to where, it breaks people's banks, but, just enough to give me a profit. Everything else, like rides, roller coasters, and the like, those will be free, basically. Okay, so we've got the Egg Scrambler in there. I'm not going to change the names right away. I'll change them up as we go along. For the swinging ship, I don't want to put them too close to each other, so I think right up here, entrance will be here, exit will be here. This is actually one of the more popular rides from what I've gathered. So we're going to make the entrance just a little bit longer, if I click on the right menu. And we'll do that, and swing this right around here. Not too much longer than the Egg Scrambler, but just long enough. Okay, now that we got the basic rides out of the way, we can work on some roller coasters. We'll try with the wooden one. Now, as you can see here, the original game used to have only, like, Build, Custom Design, Mischief, and I believe one other? Wood Chip. We're going to go with the Wood Chip. I'll show you the other rides in a second, but basically, I got the game with the expansion packs and everything, so they come with a bunch of other custom rides. They're a little more expensive to build, and the excitement rating and everything is a little bit higher, so they're not exactly recommended, especially if you're just starting out playing this game. Oh, I forgot to click on it. Basically, what you really want to do is, or at least what I usually like to do, is stick with the wood chip originally. Then, you can't really put it towards the beginning, or at least I don't feel like it should be towards the beginning. Something else I like to do with roller coasters is put them, like, all the way in back. And the golden rule with roller coasters is, for me anyway, the further back they are, the more enticing they are, because they're so big, they're huge. That's what she said. But ultimately, it's just it makes the park look more fleshed out when you have more stuff in the back. It gives the guests more of an enticing reason to explore the park more. So we're gonna make the entrance there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the exit. No, we're gonna put the entrance over here more. The exit will be not perfectly lined up, but for the most part lined up with the roller coaster. Now we're gonna open this, and then we're gonna start building our pathway, starting from the exit. Let's see if it's right here. Oh, that works. And this path will be about here, because I can imagine it's going to be my most... What? There we go. It's going to be like my more popular ride until we get more stuff in. Now, as you can see, it's still kind of bare, and that is an exceptionally long path for a guest to take. So what we're going to do here is add in more bathrooms and other stuff right at the exit here. Probably not the most ideal place to put anything, but it gets the job done. And it's at the exit of a roller coaster, so if people need to throw up, the idea is they'll go in there and, you know, throw up. Not really requires $300. Okay, so I went a bit over budget there. What we can do for now is raise this up to 30. I'm going to keep it there for a while now and see how that works. For right now, I think what we can do is start hiring a couple handymen. They are going to focus less on gardens and mowing grass. We'll hire 2 just for now. They're going to focus on sweeping up paths and stuff. Next, we need at least 2 handymen. The way I usually do it is... There's really no specific ratio when it comes to what I do. Oh, too high. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. So we will lower that by 10. We'll keep it at 25. Unfortunately, at this point, I'm not off to a good start. So what I'll do is I will increase my money gain by at least 5,000 just to get myself really started. I also turned off the music a little bit ago because copyright, fricka. Anyway, let's get back to the snack bar and stuff. And my air conditioner kicked in. I'm sure you guys will be hearing that in the background, because I'm good like that. Anyway, we'll put that there. Then I think a burger bar. That's what I missed. Flip that around. Boom. Now we still have some money left over. I'm not going to go too far over, I don't think. But what I might do for now is see what else we have. The park's not big enough for a train. It is just small enough for a haunted house, so I'm definitely putting that in. I don't really have an ideal place for this, but I think just right along the path, that'll work. And it's not a very popular thing, so entrance there, exit there, open up, and we should be good? Yes. And we'll just keep going along this general idea until we get things all set up. For the merry-go-round, that's sort of kind of popular. It attracts a lot of guests. So I think we'll put the entrance here and the exit here. Open that up, then we'll create a path. Now, I always make a queue line because why not? It looks nice. But you don't always have to do this. Like, if I put the haunted house further back, I'll probably just make a basic pathway for the haunted house instead of using a queue line. But again, it makes it look a little bit nicer, a little more official, so, you know. Oh, the mini cars, I almost forgot about these. These are another pretty decent attraction. Now, with this, you definitely want to try going for the custom ones if you have this expansion. That might be too big. Let's see. One thing I'm looking for is excitement rating. As you can see, the base one is only 2.6. This one's 3.4, but it's too huge. That one's 3. That one's 360. We'll go for the 360 one, see how that works. You gotta clear out some trees. Unfortunately, clearing out trees does take up a bit of your money. Not a whole lot, but it starts adding up the more trees you take out. Unfortunately, you gotta do that if you want to make room. Roller coasters and other rides like that just will often not be put in the proper place if there's trees in the way. Okay? There we go. That should work a little nicer. The only downside is I might have to cut the queue line short, but we'll make do with what we've got. That's like my life's motto right there. Okay, we'll put the exit there. Open it up. Now it's going to be a little bit... Ooh, Ferris wheel. I know where I'm putting that, I think. Now it's going to be a little bit hectic trying to make a path going further back behind the park. But, like I just said, we'll make do with what we can. So if I put a queue line there, and then I'll just make an exit path just like this. Oh, another important thing I almost forgot to do. Garbage cans and benches. If you don't put in garbage cans, this place becomes a mess almost instantly. Thankfully, we're not quite at that point where it'll worry too much. Oh, now the haunted house is popular. Anyway. Yeah, our park isn't that popular just yet. However, over time, it will be. And when that time comes, and it will come soon. Again, that's what she said. I'm sorry. Once you get to that point where your park is big enough, you'll have to start putting in more benches, more garbage cans. In fact, I'm not entirely sure what the benches do, other than give guests a place to sit. But I like them. I like them more than the light posts and stuff. In this game, it never goes nighttime, so, like, I don't understand the point for light posts. Now, as we saw just a moment ago, we got the new Ferris wheel. But unfortunately, no, not there. We are getting stuff a little bit too fast, I think. Oh, we don't need ride improvements, but we need everything else. We might actually be okay. If you go to maximum funding, no. The thing is here, like, if you go to no funding, you get nothing. Minimum funding, you get stuff, but at a slower pace for less money. Normal is, default. Maximum is like 400 for stuff coming up faster. We're going to keep it on minimum for now, just until we build up more money and get a good feeling for our park. But for right now, we got to put in this Ferris wheel, and it's kind of difficult to say where you can put it. I think right about here might be good. Sort of. Yeah, we'll put it here. Entrance will be here. Exit will be here. We'll open that up. I don't have a particular reason for why I'm doing it this way. You can... Honestly, you can put any of the rides anywhere. But I feel like this might be an interesting little spot for it. Because you go into the park, the Ferris wheel's right there. And if you ride it, you can see, like, these two roller coasters or whatever. And I don't know about the height comparison to the roller coaster, but you might be able to see some more stuff over there. As in if you were a person who's just, like, riding it. Oh, and the slide. This one is usually a popular one. Now I repeat, usually. Sometimes it's not because I think there's a few levels where you don't get it right away, so it comes in kind of late game. Other times it does, like it comes in sooner. I don't know. Put the slide wherever you think is best. And guests are complaining that our fee is too cheap, which means we can raise this by $5, and we might still be good. Now that is actually a really good sign for the park. That means that because, guests are complaining, what that ultimately means is that I'm doing good. Or at least I think / hope that's what it means, so... they'll keep complaining over time, and the more they complain, the more I can jack up the price, and the more I jack it up, the more money I'll get, and... yeah, you know how that works. Now I'm going to shorten the line here for the merry-go-round, because it's not doing as good as I thought it would be. What I might end up having to do is put the entrance here, and build a path here instead. But we'll see what happens. Now another thing I like to do, if I have the money... free entry, no. Free, advertising campaign for the park. 2,100. It's a little bit steeple for price, but usually it gets the job done when you're first starting out. I have some guests in my park already. Money is pretty steady. But, you know, we'll just go from here. Now, is there anything else I can add? Not really. I could add in a boat ride, but it's too soon to really do much with that. I could add in a train ride going from, like, one side of the park to the other. But usually how I like it to be is kind of let it grow at a steady pace and, you know, when the park is big enough and I have actual income coming in, I'll build the train ride going around the park so guests can go around and explore and see what they have and, you know. Also, I might have to shorten the line for this particular one. But I think it's okay just for now. There's not much else I can do in terms of rides, and actually something else I can do, now that we've got more rides and everything, I'm going to add in one more mechanic, and I'm going to add in one more handyman. And I think what I'm going to start doing is putting in security guards. That's another thing about this game. I never knew what security guards did. All I knew is I put them in and vandalism sorta kinda went down. And when I say sorta kinda, I mean like literally sorta kinda. There's nothing that explained what they did, how they operated, or anything like that. So if we go over here, I'm going to set this to maximum funding because we got a surplus of money. I'm going to pay off $2,000 of my debt. And we'll keep paying that off slowly but surely over time. I think the goal was to get $250, which I have more than, at the end of October year 1. We're in June, and we have 4 months to go, and we're only at the beginning of June. Now, ooh, log flume, alright. Now, time in this game goes by a little, ooh, I didn't mean to press that, goes by a little, differently than normal human time. And, you know, that's just game mechanics. And I think I kind of messed up somewhere. I don't think I wanted the monorail to be where it is. Although I can still fix that up. I can close it down and put in Logger's Revenge instead. I think I might do that. So let's zoom in. Close. Demolish. Bye, people on ride. Nah, just kidding. Thankfully, when you demolish a ride, whoever is still on it will get dropped off at the exit. Now, here's a trickier part. Demolishing the pathway and hoping nobody gets on it, which they did not, so we're good. Logger's Revenge. If I can put this just right, that might work. Can't construct here. Okay. I think I see why. Alright, there we go. The trick is to put this in the right place, which that seems to work. Maybe if I put the entrance there. There we go. I think I might have already messed up, so I'm going to have to move the entrance somewhere else, I believe. Yeah, if I move... Yeah, this is where I kind of have a problem. I can move the entrance further away from the exit. You know what? No, I'm going to keep the entrance there. I think I know what I'm doing. Now, what I need to do is, if you have an entrance and exit close to each other like this, the best way to connect the paths without actually connecting them too soon, build the queue and build it first so it connects here. It's going to be a very short queue ride. However, if we do this right, and if you're going to do it the way I'm going to do it, put the pass at corners first, so when this happens... Now, I kind of made a mistake there. What I want to do is that, there we go. Again, it's going to be a very short line, but hopefully the people will appreciate it. Usually they do. See, look at that right there. I was going to say, it's one of the more popular rides, and it's already proven it to be true. And the cool thing is, like, it's a very short line, but it's a somewhat very quick ride. It holds, I believe, 6 to 8 people. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Let's check out boat 1. I can't tell if it tells me how many people are on it. I know it's hard to tell, but I can count at least 4, so... You know, 4 per boat, and there are how many boats? 9. So there's 36 people going on all at once. Not everyone always comes back, like, back into the line that quickly. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but the point is the line will keep going. Merry-Go-Round is doing great, Ferris wheel is doing great. Oddly enough, this isn't doing great. What are people thinking? Something more thrilling. Even though it's like the highest thrilling thing I could put in. Just freaking wow. Okay. Where are we on funding? I think it said the campaign for the park stopped, so we definitely want to keep that going. It's going to cost me another $2,100, but it's worth it. So we're going to bump this up another 6 weeks, $2,100. I can pay back the loan another $1,000. Now, the whole reason why you want to do this, to pay back the loan and put up the campaign, it's pretty obvious. You want your park to be advertised, so you keep doing it over and over again. Even though I have twice the amount of guests that I need to achieve the goal, you want to maintain that, because at any time, the guests will go down. So you just want to keep doing it over and over again until you win that award, and that means you've completed the level. I'm going to keep playing this until we do, so hopefully I can get it all in one video. Oh, wait. I am an idiot. Steel mini roller coaster. How could I forget about that? The Crazy Caterpillar is usually one of my favorites. And as you can see here... Oh, first roller coaster broke down. Not good. That's what we have our mechanics for. As you can see here, a lot of the designs in this expansion, quote-unquote, they're very intricate and a little bit too big. So I think we're going to stick with Crazy Caterpillar for now. I'll probably show them off... I closed out of it. I am a dumbass. I'll probably show them off later. Ooh, information kiosk. That'll come in handy. Anyway. The other designs I'll show off later when they come in handy. But for right now, you don't want to do anything too crazy or too basic. Or too big. Because as you can see with the car ride here, that was a design made for the expansion. And not a lot of people are excited for it. Likewise, some of the rides could be too exciting, and your guests simply won't go on it, and you're basically losing money for... Well, not really for having a roller coaster that no one's using, but more so spending that money on a roller coaster that no one cares about. So let's see. If I put this here, that takes up a bit of space, but it should be good. We still have some space here, some down here. I'll figure something out for that. There are little gaps here and there that I could put more stuff in, but we'll see what happens when it comes. And I forgot to put in entrance and exit. How silly of me. Entrance will go here, so we have enough room to make a queue line. And I can't put it there. You know what? I made a mistake. Entrance will go on the other side. Exit will go there. We will not open it just yet, not until I figure out exactly how we're going to set this up. If we can cut through this track... That's what I was afraid of. Okay. No. Okay. We'll do that. It's going to be a long queue line, I think. Unless we do something like this. We'll put another food court around here. And connect the path. There we go. And there we go. Now we open it up. Although what I'm going to do first and foremost is inspection every 10 minutes. You'll probably see this later on if I screw up, but in a future level, you definitely want to be careful with some roller coasters. Some of them you can prevent from crashing, others you really can't. So, you know, you just do what you can with what you've got. I know I keep repeating that, but I feel like that's a really good life lesson for today, especially, like, yeah, just for today in general, for anyone going, like, through stuff, or, you know, just do what you can with what you've got. I don't know if other people feel the same way, or if they think it'll help, but to my experience, that's always helped me with stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put this ice cream there, and Did I put in the bathroom? Yeah, I did. So, information kiosk will be right down here at the corner, so it's more accessible. Because guests can go in through here or come in through there, so that'll help greatly. Uh, we're gonna make a profit of $1 there and there. Might be a little bit steep, but you know, when everything else is free, you kind of have to be a little bit expensive with other things. And we gotta put another kiosk. Not really any good places. We'll put it here. I believe I made 3 food courts? Yeah, I did. So we'll put one here, and I gotta get my handyman down there. That's disgusting. You know what? We'll put another handyman, like, right there. We don't want to focusing on water gardens or mowing grass because those are not important in the grand scheme of things. And we'll put another information kiosk. Again, not really too many great places to put it. We'll put it at like the very beginning of the park so people will know it's right there. Okay, and if you go up to this right-hand corner, you'll see a bunch of other announcements that have been made. Like, up here is the log flume ride, down here is the information kiosk. And, oh, that's right, because I made a new path, and I've got to hire another handyman, apparently. Not to jump subjects or anything, but, like, when your park gets bigger the way it is with mine, you have to start slowly but surely hiring more staff. I don't know the exact dimensions or squares or whatever qualifies a park to be too big, but just when you start seeing messes like that, oh, excuse me, and you don't see any of your handymen anywhere, that's usually a good indication that you need more staff. Like right there could use... Oh, is he coming? Oh, never mind. And just like that, someone cleaned it up before I hired a new handyman. Sometimes they're good about it, other times not so much. What was I gonna do? Oh, right, more benches and trash cans. If I don't put in trash cans, then, which will be at some point, I'm sure, you'll probably start seeing more messes, more garbage, more, just in general, a lot more. Ooh, and guests are complaining yet again, or not complaining, but commenting yet again, which means I am doing something incredibly right. I would say up here is definitely clustered. Like, all around here is not that great looking. Down here is okay. Ooh, steel roller coaster. That's something I was actually looking forward to. And, I guess we can put the Fizzly. That's usually a pretty good one, and I think we've got the space to do it. We just don't really have the money after I paid off the debt. But we'll quickly get it all back, so that's nothing to worry about. We'll just delete some trees, spin this around just to see how much it costs. 7,000, okay. That is a lot of money for one. For two, if I even take out a loan to get that money back, it's just not gonna do good. So for right now, we'll hold off on it. And I'm gonna do a quick save. Okay, so I've gone ahead and... Weird that I was about to do that. We'll pump it up to 50. We'll try to keep it there. I was gonna wait until we actually got the money ourselves to put in the roller coaster. But I think at the rate that we're increasing money versus the rate that I keep putting, or, buying off my loan, I think we're doing okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I spent some money getting more loans back. And I think what we're going to do is we'll put the entrance there, exit there. And the reason for that is, we'll put that open, inspection every 10 minutes. The reason we're doing this is because this is a bit of an oversight. Your path can only go along something like this. It can't like curve or do anything too fancy. So when we put in the queue line, it's basically going to do something like this. However, if we stop here, it'll be at the exit, which we then can do... Oop, I didn't quite want to do that, so let's erase, put there. We'll just keep going along here. I don't want to ruin that, but sorry. There we go. They went back to their benches. So we've got our steel roller coaster. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Let's put in more benches. Usually there's a pattern to where I put benches and stuff, but sometimes I just don't care enough. And that roller coaster should be good. And as I just said, we got an observation tower, which is always hard for me to find. Here we are. This one, I can never say if it's popular or not. Just that it's kind of there and people kind of like it. Now, I usually have a good spot to put it, but I think right here in the center will be good, even if it's like right next to the merry-go-round. So we'll put it there. I like to make it as tall as possible. Can't construct here too high. And the reason for that is it gives a good overview of the park, the size, and stuff like that. So we'll put I think we'll put the entrance here and the exit here. Close out of that. It should be free. And open. So now guests can just walk into the entrance, no queue line whatsoever. It'll fill up when it's ready, and when it is ready, it'll just go up. But yeah, this is like the other downtime. In the beginning, you spend all your money doing whatever to get whatever, and it starts to slow down because you don't have a lot to work with. Kind of the same principle here. You put in everything you have to work with. You have a lot to work with, but it doesn't quite make sense to put in more than one of the exact same roller coaster. So you kind of become limited with space and what you actually have, and there's not much you can do until the new stuff comes in, which is bumper cars coming up next. That is awesome, and I might have a few good places to put it. I might do something special here, but I think bumper cars will go either over here or over here. Aesthetically thinking, I think it'll be here. You know what? No, I'm going to put it here because, like, there's only 2 small rides, the Ferris wheel and the slide. Okay, 3 if you count that. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if it was here, it would balance out the park from left and right. And it'll give it more of an attraction for things over here. Because if you go up here, it has a roller coaster, car ride, and a few other things. So overall, I think it'll just look aesthetically pleasing. And that's what I really... That's not what I really want, but like OCD and stuff. No, that's what I try to aim for. Okay, we're at 13,000. We have 4,000 paid off. Well, not paid off, but like left to pay off. Okay, that is something I do not understand. When I was a kid, there was a slide ride that I used to play on, and the way it is you go up the slide, and the guy up there hands you a thing to slide down on, and we got the bumper cars. So, how does a slide break down if there's no mechanics for it? That's what I don't understand. Okay, so we got the bumper cars. See, I think if I put it here, it might look a little off. But if I put it here, it might look a little bit better. And I think in this exact position, it'll work. So. Now we'll do this. Entrance will be... Let's turn it around. Entrance will be right about here. Again, it's going to be a somewhat long line, but not terribly so, because the bumper cars are popular, but not that popular. Nothing really to change there. We'll green light it. Make a path there. And we'll start making the queue line here. And we'll see what happens with that. So what I like to do is something like Eh. No, I gotta lower the ground, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, I think what I'll do is put something here, here. Get out of here, tree. There, and maybe there. Get out of here. There might be something in the way. Yeah, there's a tree, so we'll lower that. I think I'm about to win the achievement, but if I can complete this before I do, then great. And see, look at that. My money went down pretty drastically because of the land I had to lower. It's still not that much of a problem. However, if I were to do this manually and make my own path, it just would not come out looking so great. So, I could get more money and finish this off before the end of October. I think. Yeah, we're towards the end anyway. You know what? We'll borrow $2,000 more dollars. We'll see if we can finish this. Oh, I forgot to do that. And again, as you're seeing, that money is rapidly going down. Did I do it wrong? I did it wrong. What happened? Yeah. As you can see, I made a mistake. I did what I thought was a mistake. Turns out it wasn't. And as a result, I lost a good chunk of money. That's the real downside. And I have to borrow more if I want to finish this. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Yeah, it costs 75 to fully raise it. 25 for a single square. But we did that much. We'll take this. And if we rotate it, I think we can do this like there. We'll bring it up here. This is just going to be like... Yeah, I need more money. So we'll raise it by one more grand. I'm not going to go any higher than 8. At least then it's less than what we originally owed. So we're just going to make a very basic path. The boats are going to follow it, otherwise we're just going to get lost. And if we go down this way, curve right around. Entrance is going to go here, exit will be here. It's not a very popular ride, like, at all, so it's not going to get too much traction. So the line is going to be fairly short. Sometimes I don't even put in a ride because it's so unappealing to the guests. But we'll do this, and our boat ride is open for whoever decides they want to join in. And there we go! As you look around, all the guests are clapping. This is how you beat the level. Unfortunately, the guests on the ride aren't clapping for obvious reasons, but... So yeah, we did it. We got a company value of 14,000. We got almost 1,000 guests. And we got a park rating of well over 600, I assume. Of almost 1,000 itself. And we just got the wooden, crazy rodent roller coaster. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. Take a quick look at the park. Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you everybody for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. It was very fun for me to make. It brought back a lot of memories, and I just absolutely love this game. It's not that expensive on Steam. I want to say it's over $10, but no less than 15. I know that for a fact. It's very fun. I highly recommend it. Go out, give it a try. You'll love it just as much as I do. And, as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, world!